Hello, and welcome everyone to the Uncomfortable Conversations fourth episode. The person that we have as a guest today means the world to me. I have literally known him since I was 16 years old, and he's a very, very, very special person. His name is Mr. Dinesh Raheja. He's an Indian author, columnist, TV scriptwriter, and a film historian. Dinesh has been writing on cinema for over 44 years. In his long and prolific career as a writer, he has worked as the editor of Movie Magazine from 1988, to 1999, manager of India Today's online film section, and editor of Bollywood News Service. He has been a regular columnist for Rediff.com and Sunday Midday for over a decade. Raheja is a committed film historian and has authored 5 books. Dinesh has also written for TV, such as Just Mohabbat Fiction, Kasam Se Fiction, and the BBC World TV show, Film India, and pens poems in English and Hindi, which have been published in several magazines and newspapers, and now has shaped into this book, Unfulfilled Desires. In 2017, Raheja initiated the Dinesh Raheja Workshop, in which he teaches Hindi film aspirants everything related to the media, including the art of image building and giving interviews. The Rock with Dr. YouTube channel is Dinesh Raheja's latest initiative. Welcome to the show, Dinesh, and thank you so much for giving us your very, very precious time. We are so grateful, and I am so touched and so honored and privileged to have you on my talk show, The Uncomfortable Conversation. And you know that you can flip the script and ask me questions, as many questions as you want, any question that you want. You know, I don't have a filter because I have nothing to lose and I really don't care. All right, let's go. Let's do this. Dinesh, thank you so much for giving us your precious time and welcome to
My
my
pleasure.
show. No, it's my privilege, my pleasure. I've known you since I was 16 years old. Can you imagine? Oh my God. I don't know anyone who I've known since I was 16. Well, a few people that I don't want to know. But anyways, welcome to the Uncomfortable Conversation. The concept of this talk show is that I get to ask you any question I want. You can flip the script and you can ask me any question you want, and I will have zero filter because I have nothing to lose and I don't really care because I don't have to get a role in a movie in India. So I don't really care. So you can ask me anything. Okay, let's first get to the really important part. I just got done reading one of my favorite poems after a long time, and it's called Grief and the Yellow Leaf. Can we talk a little about that? I have a few questions for you about the poem.
Yeah, let me just introduce the poem first.
Sure.
It's part of my book, Adhuri Khwahishon Ne. So
Unfulfilled desires.
right.
Right.
So we all have them. This title came from the शेर I wrote. अधूरी ख्वाहिशों ने जिंदा रखा है मुझे. अधूरी ख्वाहिशों ने जिंदा रखा है मुझे. मिल जाता सब मिल जाता सब अगर तो जीता मैं किस लिए.
वाह वाह वाह, क्या बात है, कमाल हो गया, बहुत अच्छा शेर है. I'm
Thank
stealing
you.
this one.
Feel it.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. So, I, I read the poem many times. I've been reading it since yesterday. I went through Haunted. I went through a bunch of poems, and the only poem that stuck out and spoke to me, and pardon me, I'm recovering from a sore throat, is Grief, a Yellow Leaf. Now, you give the leaf everything: hope, care, water, sun, support, and it still turns yellow. Is this poem about a person or relationship or a part of yourself or something larger?
It's about everything. In
Okay,
life, everything is transient,
right,
whether it is success, relationships,
right.
you know, I think all relationships don't last for a lifetime.
Right.
Every relationship has a lifespan, but it may not be a lifetime.
Right. Yes, you're
So,
preaching to
and
the
also
choir here.
it reflects loss because I lost my brother at the age of 36
I'm sorry to
when
hear
he was
that.
36.
I'm sorry to
So
hear.
even today, sometimes my eyes just well up with tears at the thought that he's not there.
I'm
So,
sorry.
in fact, part of my book, I've dedicated the book to my grandchildren, and it includes my brother's grandson also. They do. So
Okay.
it's like you don't forget people; they just go away from your life.
Yes,
And so,
definitely.
if you see at the climax, I mean climax, I'm talking like a film person. If you see
But
at the end of the
that's where my next question is. The most striking moment is when you say that you may have to prune it tonight, even while your heart is heavy. What does the act of pruning something that you have loved mean to you? I know what it means to me. What does it mean to you?
no, I want to know what it means to you since I'm allowed to ask you this.
Oh, I dug myself in that one. Oh no. Um, well, my first love, which I think the entire universe, even people in Russia know by now. Um, I think pruning was a very, very perfect decision to do so, and I pruned it so well, and left no weeds around for any chance of it to grow back. But somehow, or some way or the other, it pops right up. But that's me. Let's go back to you.
No, let me know what the Russians know. What you need.
I was making a joke. I think even the KGB know about my relationship now. What has been pruned, what has not been pruned, what is everything. But we have more fun stuff to talk about that later. Let's focus on your book. So what is the act of pruning something you have loved mean to you in related to the poem that I love?
It's there's a beautiful Hindi song, film song. वो अफसाना जिसे अंजाम तक लाना ना हो मुमकिन उसे किसी मोड़ पे छोड़ देना अच्छा. You have to give up on things you know are not going to grow.
Yeah,
You
I know
can't keep,
all about
you
that.
can't, you can't let the yellow leaf keep. You have to. It looks ugly. It
Yes.
looks sad in front all of the. So you have to prune it off. It may
And
be
there may
heavy.
be opportunities to plant new leaves. So why
New
not?
leaves will come, but
Exactly.
it's that's the whole optimism in the poem.
Right. Right.
I do want to end on a note that you prune the leaf and now you agree. We don't do that, no. We go on with life.
Right. Exactly. So moving on to my next question, you end with the promise of a new green leaf. Is that hope genuine, or is it the mind's way of surviving the yellowing?
No, absolutely genuine.
Genuine.
I think yes. I
Okay.
think you have to give hope space. You have to
Yeah.
make happiness. You have to make happiness and hope a habit.
Well, if you don't have hope, it's a very lonely place to be alive, isn't it?
Right, right, absolutely.
I think hope is very important, whether you have faith or if you don't have faith, or even if you're an atheist or an agnostic. If you don't have hope, it's a very, very lonely place. Hope
Ab-
and in my case, purpose, which is my charity and No More Tears. But my other question is: rain is often seen as rebirth, the force that allows a new leaf to emerge after pruning. Did you consciously think of renewal when you wrote the ending, or did it arrive on its own?
Sorry, I didn't get the question. What?
Well, when we think of rain, rain is often seen or thought of as
Rain as in monsoon. You're talking about rain.
rain as in barish is seen as rebirth, right? It's
Right.
seen as rebirth in our culture, in the Muslim culture, also in the Indian culture. I've lived in India for 9 years. I know that rain is seen as rebirth. At least that's what I was taught. I was a teenager, but that's what the elders told me, that it means rebirth. And I might be wrong. I don't know. But the force that allows a new leaf to emerge from after pruning. Did you consciously think of renewal when you wrote the ending, or did it arrive on its own?
No, I think it's the only logical conclusion.
Okay,
Something going away and something coming in its place. It's the
right.
way of life. You have to accept it, whether it's for everything, even for a job. When the movie magazine job ended, like I
Right.
gave it up for reasons best known to
Thank
me.
God.
Yeah, I thought it's the end of the world, and it was, since you mentioned rain, it was raining the day I came to know it's my last day at the job, and
Really?
I walked home.
What are the
I walked
odds?
home. I walked home and I was crying, and that I remember the chaplain quote that when you cry and it rains, you can't see the tears. No?
Yeah, yeah,
So
unbelievable.
I
Wow.
went home, and then I realized now when I look back at it, I feel, oh God, thank God I lost the job. I grew as a person. I evolved. I did so many things in life. Otherwise, I would still be the editor of a movie, and that's it.
I
So
mean,
I'm sure I would be doing a lot of things
I
with
just had
you.
to do 3 takes of your intro. Oh my God, your resume is massive. It's like a whole thesis, a dissertation. Absolutely unbelievable. Your work it speaks for itself. What all you have accomplished, again, it's a privilege and an honor. Now, can this poem also be read as a map for relationships that have turned yellow?
Of course, like I said, it's true for everything in life. Everything is transient, everything dies, and everything again, something new comes up in its place, some new relationship will come. I'm sure you must have had new relationships also.
Well,
Have you?
when
Let me
do you
ask you.
I'll answer this question when you answer this one. When do you think it is time to, we know it's time to prune rather than keep watering?
When the leaf turns yellow,
Okay. All right.
then you know.
Yes. For me, I realized my leaf turned yellow in 1999 with आँखों की गुस्ताखियों को, whatever. I don't know how it goes. But
I
anyway,
want to know, I want to know about the new leaves.
that's later. We'll get to that. I promise you, we'll get to that. Okay. You have said you owe most of your creativity to pain. I often say that too. I think people as a people in general, universally, that have been through and suffered a lot of pain tend to be really creative people, or some go the other way and become, the extreme, like Stalin and Hitler, who were both abused very badly. But that's a whole different extreme that we're talking about. But people who have been through a lot of pain, and you're not unaware of my pain. You're pretty aware, more than aware of my pain. And I think that like I said, you have said that you owe most of your creativity to pain. When did you stop fighting the truth and start using it?
At a very early age, people don't believe this, but I was an introvert. I didn't know how to make friends.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when we met, it didn't seem like that, neither from my side nor from your side.
But
I just took,
I was a
I just took to you.
chippy Mupat kid.
Nay, I just took to you. Honestly, I felt you're a nice soul, and I related to you
Well, you
instantly.
have we have energy, right? We, as human beings, we have that energy. I felt that energy with Divya Bharati. And in one meeting in Bangalore, we were together in a film in Andolan, and we just clicked like that. And in the hotel lobby, and the next thing I know, I was in her hotel room, and we were just gossiping away like she was 19, I was about 17, about to turn 18, because I shot Andolan when I was 17, and Sanju was must have been 37 because he just turned 67. So, but anyway, is there a cost to making art from pain?
Sorry, is there one?
Is there a cost to making art from pain?
No, I think it's very good in the sense like it helps me come out of my pain when I
Okay.
write. I feel sorry for people who can't write because they don't know how to. I don't know how they deal with it. I deal with it by writing. Whatever happens, like it gives birth to another poem or another article.
Right.
So it's very rejuvenating, in fact, for me when I write. I'm able to cope with my pain.
Yeah,
And then,
when I was doing, sorry to, pardon me to cut you off, but when I was doing my undergraduate degree in psychology, we had to do a class called free writing. And they said, write whatever comes to your mind, no essay, subject, no topic, no koi mudda, kuch bhi nahi, jo man mein aaye, jo dil mein aaye, likho, bas likho. And the teachers, professors would actually read the, some wrote a lot of rubbish, but including myself, but we would just have, our assignment was to free write. It was called free writing in psychology, so we had to do it. I love writing, I love journaling. It's so healthy for your mind. Absolutely.
absolutely.
Absolutely. You write that unfulfilled desires have kept you alive. Is grief itself one of those desires, the longing for what can no longer be restored?
Sorry, I'm not understanding.
You write that unfulfilled desires, the book has kept you alive. It's something that has given you hope. Is grief itself one of those desires?
No, no, no. I don't desire for grief.
Okay. The
In
longing
fact,
for what can no longer be restored?
no, no, no. I desire, right now, my desire is to see the convocation of my grandchildren.
Excellent. That's a good desire. Okay.
And I love them. They are my world. My whole world revolves around them.
All right.
So
So that's where your world should revolve around, because that's your, that's, I mean, what could be more important than that? Now,
true.
what are you still afraid to put on the page?
Many things. I'm just full of. Right now, got two books on my hand. One will be releasing on 14th of August. That's my book of poems. I wish you were here, or you could fly down to attend. And there's another book coming up which I'm not allowed to talk about right now. So that will be announced on, I think, the day of the release of the book of this book. I'll announce my next book. And
Okay.
then I want to do a workshop on haiku. I want people to know what haiku is. It's a beautiful art, Japanese art, 400 years old art of poems. They have these three-line non-rhyming poems.
Wow.
And there's something, they're usually about nature. It could be rains, flowers, and anything, but they say something profound.
Wow.
There's a
Okay, so you're busy. Wow. Okay. All right, now we're going to go through some philosophy and some hard questions. Ready?
ready.
All right. Why do bad things happen to good people?
They happen to good and bad people. Yeah, so it's just a way of life. You got to know, like Buddha said, everybody suffers. He told a person who went and said, please revive my husband or was it child. And he said, get what do you call that, grain of rice from
Right.
a house where nobody has died.
Right.
And he couldn't get it. So we all have go through this.
So
It's how we
everything
deal with
goes,
it.
everyone, good things happen to bad people, good things happen to good, bad things happen to good people. It works both ways. Okay, that's what you're saying. All right, my next question is, after everything that you have observed in cinema, in life, in your own losses, what is your philosophy of life now? What do you actually believe keeps a person going?
The desire to spread love.
That is beautiful. The desire to spread love. The desire to spread love. That's what I'm doing with my charity. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, what you're doing is brilliant, Somi.
I
I
it's
think
it's amazing. It's I cannot put it in words. The stuff I've seen in 20 years that has been done to 5-year-olds, and I cannot even speak it.
I
Um,
know, I
but when
understand.
I rescue them, and it takes me even 5 to 6 months to see them smile at me and call me Somi Mommy, because I never had my own children. Um, I never got an opportunity to have my own children, but it's just hard to describe. It's indescribable. But anyway, okay. So you write that you no longer grab or grasp at life the way you once did. Is that surrender or a more dangerous kind of freedom?
No, I feel free. I feel unfettered. I feel I don't owe anybody anything except myself. So
Okay.
it makes life easier. Otherwise, you're always chasing, chasing, chasing. Now I'm doing things at my own pace.
Yeah,
I
that's what I like the Buddhist way of life. It's very, very just
Yeah,
relaxed. It
I'm
just
usually into Buddhism.
it's yeah. I like it because I'm a huge fan of Richard Gere, and he's majorly into Buddhism. And he
Oh,
often
can I be friends with Richard Gere too?
I'm sorry?
Can I be friends with Richard Gere too?
I wish. Oh my God, I'm ready to go to Tibet. Let's take a trip. Okay. All right, let's get back to your book for a second. In the dedication of this book, you acknowledge all those who are facing Parkinson's with composure. What made you include that line?
I'm suffering from Parkinson's. I wouldn't say suffering. Suffering is a strong word to use. I have Parkinson's,
May
and
I
I'm
ask when you were diagnosed?
5 years back.
Okay, and how are you coping?
Very well. I do
Excellent.
my
Excellent.
I do my exercises. I do my swimming, and do my share of optimism.
Wow. You have become a hero like a thousand umpteen thousand times for me than you were already, but unbelievable. Okay, have you watched people face Parkinson's with composure, which taught you about dignity, about the body, and about the spirit?
No, I try to make not a committee. What would I call it? I try to call people who have Parkinson's and say, let's talk about it, and let's deal with it jointly. But people didn't seem very receptive. They
Yeah,
wanted to deal.
yeah, people are a little uncomfortable sometimes to talk
Yeah.
about it. When the body begins to turn yellow in its own way slowly, without permission, as you know, we all have to go. What remains that still feels green to you? And I've been through a lot of ailments myself, so I know when when the body begins to turn yellow, and sometimes I feel like I want to give up hope. And what remains that still feel for me, what remains green to me is that no, Somi, you have to save more children's lives. There are many children from all over the world that are brought to America and are sold into human sex trafficking, and you have to get up and fight for their rights and save them and rescue them. So that's what keeps me going every day. It is not love that makes you live, it is purpose that keeps me alive, in my opinion. For some, it might be love. For me, it's purpose. Because everyone loves and gets married and has children, but they still want to act, they still want to do their work, they still want to have a purpose. Like Kajol, Madhuri Dixit, Meenakshi Shishadri, you name it, they're all back to work. All of them. They all
My, I want to reach out to people in whatever way I can and improve or do something to aid their life. Like, I get more joy in seeing bylines of my reporters today than I
right.
get to see my own byline. Because I hold these workshops for actors
I read
uh,
that. Yes.
where I teach them how to deal with the media.
Right.
And one of the students one day came and told me, "Sir, you share everything. Why don't you keep one ace up your sleeve at least?" I said, "No, now is the time to, not now, from the beginning, I just wanted to give as much of myself as I can.
Right.
What's that hold back? I remember Rishikesh Mukherjee, that famous, my favorite director, one of my favorite directors. I took some photographs from him, and when I was I said, when should I return them? He said, अब क्या दे वापस लेना, अब देने का वक्त आ गया है, रख दो, ये भी रख लो, मेरे पास जो भी मुझे knowledge है वो भी मेरी ले लो. It was brilliant what he said.
That's amazing. Some people you meet, I mean, I met, see, for me, Dharamji was my father. He was my father figure. And his loss, and Chintu uncle, I've been still been looking for Rajkir, and this is my 16th year. I've still been looking for him. So these people, Om Puri ji, late Om Puri ji, these were my mentors, and these were the people who treated me like their own daughter. Jitu ji, I mean, these were the good people. They were the legends. And unfortunately, I didn't get to meet my queen Rekha. Oh my God, that's my biggest regret.
I will organize that.
She is the most beautiful. I've been saying that since I was 5 years old, that she's the most beautiful woman in the world, with the cheekbones and the talent and the acting. I must have watched Umrao Jan 50 times. I still have 2 left feet, which is the saddest part in the world. But anyway.
No, but I must talk about Rekha ji. She's amazing.
Yeah, I don't know what she's like. I have no idea. I've never
interviewed her countless times. And one interview lasted for 15 hours. We met for 3 hours every day for 5 days.
Oh
Because
my God.
I was doing 25 years of Rekha. I was doing all that.
I'm so envious and I'm so jealous because I just want to like touch her. She's so like, oh my gosh, she's stunning.
I don't know if she'll allow you to touch her, but not me at least. But she's amazing.
I just want to be able to have a conversation with her in Hindi, English, whatever.
Amazing. I asked her if you're the number one. She said, I don't know about that, but I'm God's chosen one.
Wow. Wow.
Are you Paro or what's the other character in Devdas? Paro and do you remember the other character?
Paro or oh my God, the Madhuri's character, Mardala one, Madhuri's character, right?